All right, I'm shooting another film after I get home from work, but I have a package that I've been waiting on for a while, and I wanted to go ahead and get this video done because I want to carry this knife tomorrow. So we'll start as usual with what's in my pocket today, and I'm carrying my Slish Bowie by Spyderco. I've been carrying this knife since I got it Saturday. I did run it along the strop. I think you can see the edge is a little bit shinier. The knife is getting a little bit smoother. It also seems like the lockup is moving over a little bit. That could just be me. I'll have to go back to my earlier video and look at it. I'm still not necessarily loving the knife, but it's definitely not a bad knife. That's what's in my pocket today. Now let's go ahead and roll the intro so we can get to this unboxing. All right, I have here a box that is completely wrapped in cellophane, in shrink wrap. So you know that this box is from collectorknives.net. I'm not sponsored by anybody, let alone Collector Knives, but this is one of my favorite stores, and you know I always say that. It's been a while since I got a box from there, a package from there. This is a knife that I've been waiting for a while. USPS held this package up for 4 days. I don't know what they do around that place, but anyway, that's a whole nother story. This knife here is let's get it out. This knife here is the 81 smooth Appaloosa bone moose knife. So it's the 81 moose knife in smooth Appaloosa bone. I did specifically ask Mike to send me the darkest one that he had available. So I don't know what this one's gonna look like. So you guys will get to see when I see. I'll also talk to you guys a little bit about the pull and everything. Well, it looks dark through the package. Well, it's not extremely dark, but it is pretty nice. I'll give you guys a nice close-up. You can see there, it's pretty dark. It's darker than most. I'm happy with it. This knife, if you have seen Mike's video on his channel, which like I said is Collector Knives, he talks about it was the green jig bone was the first one of these that came out. Now, he said that this is the first knife of any maker that he's rated at a factory effort, which means the quality level that he thinks it's at. He rated it at a 9. So I'm just going to give it a quick look over. You can see there, that clip point blade looks pretty centered to me. The spear blade, it might be a little bit towards that liner. It might be a hair towards the liner. I don't know. So let's pull this spear blade out first. The pull is light, but I wouldn't say it's too light. I know a lot of people were talking about the pull being roughly about a 5. I think that this pull, at least on the spear blade, is okay. They also have released a new etch, which you can see there is CKC, and that stands for Carbon Keeps Cutting. My understanding is this has replaced the Tidiute Ironworks stamp. I apologize, Tang stamp, not an etch. So the new Tang stamp is CKC, Carbon Keeps Cutting, and the old one was TIW, Tidiute Ironworks. On this side, you have the full model number, which is 81, which is the pattern, 1, which is the main blade, which would be the clip point blade if I'm not mistaken, 2, which is the number of blades on the knife itself, and 17, which is the year of manufacturing. So you can see this is a Northfield version. So it has the long pull, it has the machine swedge. I'm not necessarily a big fan of the polished blade, which is also a Northfield feature the polished blade, the long pull, and the machine swedge. I like the satin finish blade, the nail nick, and the hand-drawn swedge. However, they didn't make one like this. They didn't make one in Smooth Appaloosa with that configuration. So sometimes you have to take what you can get. The pull, as I said, it's light, but it's not too light. Definitely gives a nice snap. Very smooth. The blade, I'm gonna pull it up some this way. That blade, like I said, it might be a little bit towards the liner. Let's look at the clip blade. Clip blade is also very smooth, about the same weight of pull. The snap, I don't think it's quite the same amount of snap. I think that the spear blade snaps a little bit more. But either way, it's still pretty good. You can see here, excuse me. You can see here on this tang it says, and I know the lighting is awful, I apologize. It says Northfield Unexcelled Made in the USA right here on the tang stamp. There is the Northfield Unexcelled Blade Etch, and it says trademark above. It says trade, and below it says mark right here. Again, long pull, polished blade, machine swedge. And on this side, there is nothing. And on the tang stamp, I don't know if I'll be able to get this in here. It says Great Eastern Cutlery, Titusville, Pennsylvania. Let me see if I can close it up some. There you go. Great Eastern Cutlery, Titusville, Pennsylvania. Let's check one last thing, which would be the sharpness of the blade. It feels sharp. The clip point does. The spear point blade doesn't feel as sharp, but it does feel sharp. And again, that snap is pretty good. Like I said, these covers, they're pretty nice. Actually, I'm going to cut the camera real quick, and I'm going to grab my 54 in Smooth Appaloosa that I didn't pick the coloration on that one, and I'll show you the two of them side by side. So give me 1 second. Okay, here they are side by side. You can see here, like I said, I asked Mike if he could send me I literally asked him if he could send me the darkest one that he had, and this is what he sent me. I'm very happy with that. Even the white parts of the bone have like that brown, off-white kind of coloring. This one here is also Smooth Appaloosa, but it's much more of a cookies and cream type look. I'm not disappointed with this, but I definitely like this look a lot better. For those of you that were wondering about sizes, this is the 54. Well, let me sit them down. This is the 54 next to the 81. I'll open them up. As a matter of fact, I'll open them up spear blade to spear blade, since both of these are spear blades. You can see that they are, the 54 looks to be a little bit shorter in the blade, but the 54 handle, well, I don't know, 54 might be shorter overall. I think the 54 is shorter overall. You can also see that there is a difference to the blade profile. This is much pointier. This one is less pointy, more of a gradual belly. This one, or I'm sorry, more of a radius here. This one is more of a flat angle, which kind of gives you that point. And like I said, you can see here, if you line them up bolster to bolster, the 54 is just a hair shorter and the blade is just a hair shorter. So if you have a 54, that'll kind of give you an idea of the size difference between these two knives. I appreciate you guys watching once again. I'll put out probably another video this week, maybe midweek. I don't know. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you all for the support, and I hope to catch you in the next video.